Sure thing, cowboy.
Unless you literally don't have 30 bucks to waste, Sun and Bone is a must-play. It really is sad we have to look to games like this for true value, even though we've discussed some pretty decent games of late. But Sun and Bone is your simple first-person shooter in which you shoot, carve, and melee your way through an alien planet, infested with, you guessed it, motherfucking dinosaurs. You play as Sheriff Sam, sent to rescue a hostage, and by unknown means are teleported to a mysterious alien planet, in which the game's duration is spent mowing down countless waves of dinosaurs and dino-like men with fucking guns. It's unapologetic with its bloodtastic-filled tone, but as you may have guessed, the storyline is not the main focus. Very little about this makes any sense. There's a weird guy who sells you guns in a gun shop behind a security system, but that doesn't really matter. He gives you more stuff to mow down the dinos with. And if that sounds appealing to you, then you're in the right place. Simplicity really is the best way to describe it, but in this case, that's not a bad thing. As you play through multiple levels of unprecedented carnage, you'll soon become addicted and not want to put the controller down until you reach the end. This is done due to smooth and responsive gameplay. Every bullet you fire is satisfying and has an impact, and as for the finishers, which they've made plenty of, well, do I really need to say anything? You impale a Triceratops with its own horn, impale a raptor with its claw, disembowel a fucking T-Rex, behead a Stegosaurus with its own plate, and my personal favorite, literally just beating a Dilophosaurus to death. All I can say about that is Chris Pratt has nothing on this. As far as the overall gameplay and mechanics are concerned, I don't have too many complaints there. New weapons are commonly given to switch things up, the ability to grapple is eventually thrown in, but not exactly game-changing. And even though they felt the need to include platforming in a game where it's not exactly needed, it's not that problematic.
How's that?
It's not fun, but you don't have to do it that much, so it's not that bad. The only issue is you tend to go through an area, potentially pick a lot of things up, die to some platforming nonsense, and whatever you picked up isn't saved. This means you gotta do it all again, potentially die again, unless you cut your losses and move on. This unneeded annoyance is the only real exception to the game's fast pace that isn't usually broken. That may have to do with the guns not having to be reloaded, the convenient double jump ability, and dashing, but that's not to say it's completely perfect. If you play on normal difficulty, you probably won't die that often. Finishers tend to give you health back, a rage mode-like feature gives you a free pass if you do end up dying. Obviously you could play in a harder difficulty, but normal mode does kind of hold your hand. Also, any type of flying enemy is obnoxious, they take way more bullets than they should, the insects can literally survive a shotgun blast, multiple sometimes. That kind of thing is not good design no matter how you look at it, but the compy-like enemies have to be the worst thing. I'm assuming that's what they are. Obviously the graphics are not that great in this, but they can, again, take on shotgun blasts, are extremely hard to hit, and will follow you relentlessly if you don't stop and kill them. Ammo is plentiful, so it's okay to waste it, but again, the damage can be quite annoying, and they are simply not fun to fight. Luckily, the problems honestly end there, as Sun and Bone is simply a blast to play. What it does right, which is most of it, is done excellently, and for a game of this budget, it goes beyond what it needs to be. It has a few flaws, a few annoying moments, lacks a bit of difficulty. The graphics are nothing special, but the environments are still fun to look at, and satisfying for a first-person shooter. It's undeniably fun, the brutality comes in droves. It may not fit with the modern audiences, because, no woke stuff in it, but who cares what they think? So like I said, if you have $30 to waste, there's no good reason to not check out Sun and Bone. It's so addictingly fun, it's the kind of thing that would lead to you failing a test, and your parents attempting to sue the company. No, that really happened. It's not transcending, but it doesn't really need to be, so let me know what you think down in the comments. Remember to like the video and subscribe if you enjoyed, because who wouldn't enjoy a shooter like this? I'm the Game Analyst, and don't forget, Owen Grady's got nothing on Sheriff Sam. Oh, what? You're actually here? That's fucking amazing. I guess you may as well check out the main channel, in which I discuss movies, TV series, and the offensive topics that lie within. If you're into that, then press the link in the description. It's right there.